What is it?
Why are you dragging me to your father?
Well, I want you to be present and watch what I will say to him.
My prince, why are you finding it difficult to realize that nobody supports this relationship? Even the grasses in the Ekusigo kingdom do not support this. My prince, please, let us put an end to this.
Put an end to what you mean?
This relationship.
Mirindu, do not ever utter such evil words before me again. We are going to see my father.
Could this be love? Could this be trouble? Now the cloud is changing. Yeah. Could this be trouble?
Your Majesty.
Who is after you?
Your Majesty, that which is bigger than the cricket has entered the cricket hole. The sacrifice. The lamb for the sacrifice, Your Majesty.
How? What happened?
The princess infused strange powers into him and he defeated all of us.
Please shut your mouth. How dare you speak such rubbish before me? A mere man with no fortification defeated the heavily fortified warriors of Ekusigo Kingdom.
But Your Majesty...
Will you shut your mouth? Your words are forbidden.
Sorry, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty.
Your Majesty.
I have come to make a request and...
And what stupid request is that? Can't you understand the condition for once and act like a prince? And you shameless maiden. Don't you understand you're not needed here? Don't you?
Sorry, Your Majesty.
A prince. A prince whose right has been denied. Huh? A prince whose opinion holds no value and also... Enough! Don't force me to lay a curse on you. Father.
What is going on here?
I don't understand.
Now the cloud is changing.
What's it? Can't you see that I'm rejected already? Leave me alone!
Mirindu, please.
What are you doing? Get up! I cannot watch you disgrace yourself.
Listen to me. I'm ready to face any cause because of you. And I will die with or without anyone's support.
My prince, get up. You're disgracing yourself before your subjects.
Say yes to me and I will stand up. If shame will make our love a fruitful one, then I wouldn't mind facing it 1,000,000 times again.
If you go no, na unwa bialiche, ipiwala na kwa. If you go no, if you no pimo, na Joseph Naya. Could this be love? Could this be trouble? Ooh. Now the cloud is changing. Yeah.
What is the meaning of this?
What is the meaning of what, mother?
What has come over you? Why are you daring your father? Why are you trying to rewrite the history of this land?
What I have done has nothing to do with history. I am just trying to save the man after my heart.
You have the guts to bring him to this palace? Right into your father's chamber?
That young man was not meant for sacrifice. The gods will send the right person when the time comes. All you need now is wisdom. Wisdom. Wisdom.
Leslie, you are confusing me.
Go home, Ezudo. Ask the gods for wisdom and favor. Stop making efforts to kill that man, because you will not succeed. Wisdom is all you need at the moment. Ask your ancestors to help you.
Your Highness, why are you keeping quiet? She has done enough damage. Her despicable behavior should no longer be condoned. I mean, bringing a man meant to be sacrificed to the gods is the zenith of it all.
I know, my queen. But still, bear them. Two people cannot be mad at the same time. My princess, please sit.
Your Highness, I sincerely do not understand what is going on here. What are you doing with this one?
I want to welcome him and understand them better.
You want to welcome and understand a man that's been meant for sacrifice?
He is not meant for any sacrifice. This man is the man...
Will you shut that thing you call mouth?
Enough, my queen. Enough. My princess, I have some questions I want to ask you. And if you answer them correctly, then I might just let you marry him.
Your Majesty, please, ask any question you want.
Good. How well do you know this young man? And which family does he come from?
She won't answer your questions. Only the gods can provide answers to your question.
You're supposed to be dead.
Your family banished me and wished me death, but the gods never approved that.
Is this you in flesh and blood?
This is me, the man that was banished for speaking the truth. I am here to remind us that nothing any man can do about truth. No man can hide the truth. Truth cannot decay.
I am certain someone is playing games with me. The Obwefi Ibuakoyi that I know is dead.
I am here because the gods instructed me to return home. Listen, you must make thorough investigation before taking any decision. Otherwise, you will be digging your own grave.
Same evil words you spoke that led to your banishment. You're still talking.
Listen again. I am not in a position to question the gods for creating me the way I am. I have delivered the message of the gods. The choice is yours to listen or ignore. Ujanjali anufurude, ujanjali anufurude wanu nuebe, anufurude webu bagu, anufurude nikeje. Ujanjali anufurude, ujanjali anufurude wanu nuebe, anufurude webu bagu.
Exactly is this young man?
He
is the son of that man from Ekusigo kingdom that your father banished unjustly some years ago.
I'm still surprised as how your people find it easy coming here to see you as their king.
Why are you surprised? I am their king, and this is my throne room. If they want to see me, they will come here and see me.
That's more reason I insist. Your people are ahead of my people when it comes to the knowledge of charms. If I should decorate my throne room like this, nobody in Ekusigo will ever associate with me. In fact, I will be forced to abdicate the throne.
You have a bigger problem coming to you. Actually, it's not a problem. But it is a blessing coming to your people. It will terminate your relevance and possibly force you into losing the throne. But everything will depend on how you handle it.
What are you talking about, Igwemenoko? What are you talking about?
There is a new king destined to emerge in your land. The coming of this new king will abolish the sacrifice of violent blood in your land.
What? How? The sacrifice of violent blood is our life. It is a covenant our forefathers entered. A noble daughter of Ekusigo jumped into the grave of her progenitor, and she was buried there alive with him. She is the reason first daughters of our land are accorded the respect of kings. Once in a while, a vibrant, violent young man is offered to her because we believe she needs the men for her to be happy. You know, women cannot be happy without the men.
What you are narrating now is what you, the people of Ekusigo, believe. It is possible the said Osonna does not like the endless murder of young men in your land and has decided to stop it.
But it cannot be stopped.
What?
It cannot end, Igwemenoko. Even most times, Osonna makes direct request through diviners that she needs a violent blood.
Eze Agoba, I am telling you what is destined to happen in your land, and it's unstoppable. Ilono Edikatekwe is the man I see. He will stop the sacrifice of violent blood in your land. But before then, royalty will depart from your family. I see it clearly, and it will happen. Yes. Yes.
Greetings, Father. I have a question for you, my prince. If you find out that someone wants to take away the throne from us, and probably stop you from being the next king of Ekusigo kingdom, my prince, what will you do? I'm still waiting for your answer.
I am going to kill that person. Even though it will take the last drop of my blood, I will kill that person.
That's my prince. You have the heart of a king. I'm impressed with your answer. No one touches the tail of a tiger and goes free. The desecration of masquerade cult in Ekusigo is tantamount to death. masquerade is the zenith of mysteries. Tomorrow, Ilu Nedikatekwo will metamorphose into Ofiana Sonkata, the deadly masquerade that is feared by all. Do me this favor. Set fire all over him as he stands in the presence of the people. I want him to remove the mask in self-defense and create room for him to be punished. Do this for me. Do this for me and I will offer you a cow. A very big cow. Cheers. You have all heard about the abomination committed by Ilu no Edikatekwe. He has desecrated the land by removing the masquerade. A very big, mighty masquerade of Ofiana Sonkata.
It's appalling, Your Majesty. But from what I heard, he said he was attacked by strange forces, that he felt he was burning. So he did what he did to save himself from suffocation. That's what I heard.
Why bring attack into this matter? What point exactly are you trying to make, Ishe Idika? Have you ever heard that a masquerade was attacked? Do you even know the masquerade in question? Which force is that can attack that deadly masquerade?
My fellow elders in council, I'm sorry, but I have these strong feelings that we should consult the oracle before taking any action on this matter.
Listen, Idika, there are stipulated punishments for anyone that desecrates the masquerade. Why do you now want to draw us back to the oracle, who has already settled this thing long time ago?
Your Majesty, so what are we going to do now?
He must be punished.
Your Majesty, that would be unfair and so harsh. Based on what he has said, can't we give him benefit of the doubt?
Your Majesty, can we hear from him? At least, let him come here and speak for himself.
Exactly.
How can you hear from a man who has committed an abomination? He has to be punished.
Your Majesty, what kind of punishment will you give him?
Being a merciful king, I will not pronounce death on him. But we have to banish him forever. And all his belongings must be confiscated. Yes.
Your Majesty, you banish a man forever from this kingdom without hearing from him? In a council meeting such as this?
Idika? Idika? Why are you the one that will challenge me in this kingdom? Why?
I'm not challenging you, Your Majesty. You hold the sacred staff of Ekusigo. But I want to make an appeal. Please, can we sleep over this matter? Makakulo totuwa wa ime. Onwelike mu onye ala. O ifem jine ekwu ife a.
Idika. Okoro etoghete owo ogodo. Ikuku ku oburi na ogodo.
Can I at least say something?
You are not supposed to say anything. King has given a verdict, and that verdict cannot be revoked by anything you say.
I did not deliberately desecrate the masquerade before the people. I was attacked by powers mightier than the masquerade. It appeared I was going to die. I removed the mask to save my life.
We brought you here because of the position you used to occupy in our kingdom. You can go from here to any kingdom of your choice. But if you are found anywhere near Ekusigo, you are going to be killed.
Why must the king banish me without allowing me to explain what happened? Maybe just maybe, this is time for me to reconcile with my family.
I don't know why you are here. And I don't know why you are looking at me like that. I see it as disrespectful.
Far be it from me that I will ever disrespect anyone. You have angered the gods, and proper purification must be done, and justice revisited. Otherwise, the banished person will become better than the one who banished him. Let me put it mildly. An untimely death looms.
I am the king, and you have no right to insult me.
You can say whatever you like. You can say whatever you like. But no one can manipulate the gods. I have always been on the side of justice. You brought calamity upon an innocent soul, and premature death awaits you. For using the sacred offer, the Ekeh of Ekusigo, to commit such an evil act.
Father, what nonsense is he talking about?
Obuefi, you will die before me.
What are you going to do?
Yes, as the ultimate king of Ekusigo kingdom, I hereby banish you out of our land. From today, you cease to be the chief priest of Ekusigo. The warriors have my irrevocable order to take him out of our land. And if he resists, he must be killed. And you must live on your own, or you are dead.
Do you realize the implication of what you are doing? Do you?
I am the king, and my word is law. My word is law.
Don't dare the gods. Don't dare the gods. No one dares the gods. No one dares the gods.
Your Majesty, what we had is shocking. And it's not what we agreed. It's not.
Ichidika. And what did you hear that is shocking to you?
And what agreement are you referring to?
Your Majesty, that you went ahead to other warriors to send Edochie to exile. And when the chief priest intervened, you also sent him away.
Yes, I did.
Idika, I did it. A chief priest who is not capable of supporting his king is not qualified to be recognized as the chief priest of the kingdom.
Your Majesty, okay, now that you have sent the man away from the land, who is going to mediate between us and the gods now?
The gods definitely will find a way of talking to us
whenever they want to.
Hey! And let me tell you, any man or woman who cannot respect his king is a fool.
And should not be allowed to stay in the land where that king rules.
Your Majesty, with due respect, we agreed to sleep over this matter. And you went ahead to overrule everybody and send a citizen of this kingdom on exile forever, and even the chief priest.
Will you shut up that you're stinking mouth? Will you shut up?
Your Majesty, I will not shut my mouth. This terrible action of yours can make the gods angry.
The gods can be angry.
He is the king, and whatever he decides is final.
Eh?
Yes.
Why are we not talking about the angry king?
Eh? And why are we endlessly talking about the gods?
So you are not
I'm asking you people.
Your Majesty! Your Majesty!
Your Majesty! Come back here! Come and support your king! Your Majesty! Oh, you better go when you come and support your king!
The spirit husband that has prevented the princess from saying yes to any man is the same as the descendant of the banished man. He was a spirit then, but now he's known.
Iluno Edochie Ubah, to the best of my knowledge, had no family. He was never married.
So why are we talking about him having any son?
To the best of your knowledge, you said. I understand. Iluno had a family outside your land. The banishment order from your father forced him to join his family. That young man is his son.
The revelation that someone, someday, will produce a king from that family and then stop the sacrifice of violent blood. Is it valid? Please tell me what I must do to stop it on time.
Like the revered Ezu Menokot told your father, it depends on how you handle it. Ezudo, do not allow the river that drowned your father drown you. Your banished chief priest is back. And every consultation must be made through him.
My father banished him right in my presence. Who gave him the right to come back?
I would not answer useless questions, Ezudo. I am just a messenger of the gods.
How dare you tag my questions as useless?
They are useless, Ezudo. Absolutely useless.
What is that you want to discuss with us?
It is obvious that you've refused to give your consent to the woman I want to marry. But I still...
Is that why you called us out?
No, Father.
So say something important before you get me angry.
Father, I love Merindo with all my heart. And I can't imagine existing without her.
Listen, Obasinachi. Please. There's a serious issue disturbing this palace presently. They want to terminate royalty from this family.
And again, I have said it. My happiness with the woman that means the world to me is more important to me than any other thing else.
What?
I know you don't like what I just said, but that is how I feel. Now, let me break it down and put it straight. Father, you will share your wealth. Or you give me whatever you feel is my entitlement as your son. Or you disown me.
Will you shut your mouth before you speak evil?
Why won't I speak evil, Mother? And why shouldn't I speak evil, Mother? It has been fighting and rejection ever since I fell in love with Merindo. Father, I have become a stranger in my own kingdom. This is what I want. And this time, it must be my own way.
Are you done ranting?
You may call it ranting, but understand this. That what I said is what must happen. Give me what you feel is mine. Refuse to give me and I will take it that you've disowned me. And then I will live here and become one of those your many enemies.
You know, sometimes when you speak, I start wondering if indeed you are my blood.
You may not be far from the truth. The queen here has a confession to make before the confused young man will know his destiny.
Who invited you here?
And what useless confession are you talking about?
A first land is no longer a virgin land.
What does that mean? You are an intruder in this land, for my father has already banished you from this land.
I am not here for you to recap a past event. You never can tell why the gods allowed what happened to happen in the first place. This is the time in our history when the gods have finally decided to put the record straight.
I am interested in that straight record. Does it have anything to do with me?
Only the queen knows the truth. You will continue to wallow in confusion until the truth is revealed.
This was the same madness that made my father banish you. Can you be clearer or leave my sight?
If you have not processed the things I said already, I readily join those that say that you are not even a king.
Can someone tell me that all he's saying is false?
Oh, don't be such a disappointment, son. Why do you want to read meanings into the useless tales from a useless man that was banished.
I made a request before he walked in to deliver those strong words. What do you have to say, Father?
My princess, I know you are pained, but worries can never offer any solution.
If you go know,
So the night is so painful. It is so painful that the one my heart has accepted is the same person, the same man my parents do not want to see or hear anything about.
My princess, I understand you honestly, but you need to take diplomatic measures here. Try and convince them. It will take time, yes, but eventually they will.
I have done everything. It's not yielding any result.
Then continue doing that. I don't want you to talk like this. My princess, sitting here alone, withdrawn, will not solve the problem. You have to keep pressing. Keep pressing for that one you love. I know someday they will understand and accept, and then they will approve. I know that.
You think that one day they will relax and accept?
My princess, that young man is your life. I see the way he looks at you, and I see the way you look at him. Love lives here. No resistance can ever withstand the fire of true love. This is what I believe.
If you go know, be more. I chose it for now. Could this be love? Could this be trouble? Now the cloud is changing. Upon the military zone. Yeah. Could this be trouble? Could this be love?
Who are you?
After listening to the great man of your land, are you not supposed to be looking for your root?
What do you mean? Who are you?
I am that man who has been sent to help you trace your biological root.
Does it mean that he is right?
Though you live in affluence, peace has eluded you. Find your root and you will find peace.
Well, please, tell me who I am. Help me know myself. Help me know who are my parents. Please.
Find those answers and your problems will cease.
This is disturbing. Where am I from? Where do I start?
have not processed the things I said already, I readily join those that say that you are not even a king.
Your Highness, I think we need to call the princess to order. An okra cannot outgrow the person who planted it.
The princess is not my problem now.
Really?
I want you to explain all the chief priest said yesterday.
Your Highness, are you minding that dubious man? Listen, I don't expect you to take to heart the words of that miscalculated human being who's been going about confusing people. Isn't that why your father banished him a long time ago?
I have respected you all my life as my mother. But it is now clear to me that there's a hidden truth they are yet to tell us.
What? Have you suddenly parted ways with your manners? Is this how you now talk to us without greeting? Have you seen any of us this morning?
What we face now is far more important than any form of greeting. Mother, can you tell me more about my root?
What root?
My original root. It is either you tell me about my root or tell me or I'll kill you and kill myself.
Basirachi, put back that machete. What has come over you? Did you wake up from the wrong side of the bed? This is your mother.
Father, don't tell me you're not bothered about the revelation from the chief priest. It is either she tells me the truth or we both die here.
Basinachi,
I am waiting!
Basinachi.
Calm down. I will tell you the truth.
Now stop talking.
I'm not your biological mother.
What?
It happened some years ago. Your Majesty, I have brought you the wine. Why are you still looking troubled?
Do everything to ensure that this child you are carrying is a male child. That is what I want. And that is what you must give.
Your Majesty, we've waited all these years for this pregnancy. Are you thinking that the gods will not bless us with other ones?
What is the meaning of this presentation you just made?
It's very simple, my king. Even if this is not a male child, you can present as your heir. We can always have other male children. Don't you think so?
I am not interested in what happens next. Pray the gods that this one is male. You will not like what will happen if he comes and is not a boy.
I have lived long in Epusigo. Not just as a wife, but as a queen of this land. To know the significance of this place. You are the sacred face of Epusigo. You are the progenitor that people run to in times of distress and frustration. Please, I beg you, help me end this shame and disgrace. I need a male child, please. Great Epusigo that gave birth to Epusigo, help me before I am stripped of my position as a queen. I promise to be grateful to you and
I will appreciate it. If you grant me my request, please. The ghost did not answer. I went into labor and I was delivered of a baby girl. I connived with the midwife. She gave me a male child, which I presented to the king. Obasnachi, you are that male child.
What? So you have been the cause of this calamity that has befallen me.
Do not exonerate yourself. But this is all your fault. Why won't you allow a woman give birth to the child that the gods have blessed her with? You forced her into this.
I will shut your mouth. As for you, you will hear from me.
Not so soon, Your Majesty.
Where is my root?
Your root is known. You belong to that enemy kingdom. Mirindo is the princess of this land. The woman who was Mirindo's mother is actually your mother. Our queen here is Mirindo's mother. The gods are not blind, and you cannot manipulate them.
I have been living with my enemies all this while. A stranger parading himself as a prince. Oh God, serving the Agu kingdom. Why have you brought this punishment upon me? It is obvious. It is obvious I don't belong here.
This is the height of it.
No matter how fast a man runs, he can never run faster than his chi. Never!
Strange attitude. A man that meditates between the living and the dead and the gods. Please let us go.
Blessed are those that receive the revelations of the gods and are ready and willing to obey to the last.
The people that came after you look older than you. You are the ageless daughter of the gods. Even after you are married with kids, you will still look like a virgin. One thing is required of you.
You are confusing me.
When you finally discover who you are, do not hesitate to go home. There lies your destiny, not here.
He mentioned destiny. Where is the destiny? My life has been full of misery and rejections. They keep referring to me as the ageless daughter of the gods. Some call me a goddess. Where are the gods? Where are the goddesses? Today I cease to live as a slave. As this life has not given me peace, I will end it and have peace in the world beyond.
Greetings, my princess. The unidentified princess. Rejected by our own people and recognized by the people they call their enemy. Your struggle is over. This is my father's house, and I will find peace in my father's house.
My prince, are you okay? Do you need help with anything? What are you talking about?
You are living in my father's house, while I parade myself ignorantly as a prince in the house of my enemies.
My prince, I would be disappointed if this little frustration that we face has dragged you into smoking some evil weeds. My prince, you are better than that.
I won't be alive to tell the story. It is a glorious one, but yet a shameful one.
No, my prince. No, my prince. Please. What happened? Can somebody say something? What happened, Zorima? What happened?
My princess, I've been with you all day. How am I supposed to know what happened?
You! What is going on here? Speak!
He fainted and...
I can see he fainted. What happened? Hey! Go back there. Look, if you do not say something right now, I swear by the gods of this land, I will strangle you.
It's the queen. The queen was forced to make a confession.
What confession?
Has everyone gone deaf? What confession?
I'm sorry, my princess. The prince is not your true brother. So the king fainted immediately had.
What? No.
If you will listen to me, Ekeh, you must not hold this against the princess. If you were in her shoes, you would do the same.
Never. I am not that disrespectful. Why must I be singled out?
You are the one closest to the queen. If she fails to talk, you will be the one they will ask.
I am disappointed in the queen mother. Why in the world will she bring such level of shame upon herself?
You never understand what she faced until you marry and your husband threatens you the same way she was threatened.
I can't believe this. Is that the prayer you have for me? To marry a man that will threaten me?
No, it's obvious I've been misunderstood.
Hey, call it whatever you like. I would like to be alone.
What happened? Who's after you?
Nobody. It's my father.
Your father?
Yes.
Is he coming after me?
No. He's lying critically ill. What are we going to... Where are you going?
What are we going to do?
You said your father is lying critically ill.
Yes.
I need to do something.
Wait!
Are the gods finally against them?
That serves them right. They will continue to run until the gods finally take their lives.
Don't be too quick to conclude. The gods can't possibly be against them. I, Akminabuwa, believe that the gods are with them.
Don't judge so soon that they have the favor of the gods.
I am simply saying it.
Same with us. We are saying the gods have finally turned their backs against them. You can't take what rightfully belongs to the gods and expect to go free.
They deserve all that they have gotten.
Men who are men, don't ever engage in roadside gossips, for it is the duty of lazy women. Likewise, warriors who are warriors indeed, take the battlefield as their gossip center. Pray that the gods will open your inner eyes.
Let's go.
What atrocity did you commit that made my father not to walk? Talk now!
Don't ever charge against the woman that breastfed you. She remains your mother and must be respected, irrespective of what she may have committed.
I know what to do to your father to walk again.
Please, do whatever it takes to make my father well again, please.
But you must promise me that you'll control your anger.
I promise. Are you all right?
I have to go now.
Oyemowa, wait! Don't go! Wait! My prince, I am glad that you have control of your senses now. Can you explain to me the meaning of those words? What were you talking about?
Sincerely, my love, it is complicated. I don't know how to explain it.
Won't take that from you, Ubah. You are a man destined to be a king. There is absolutely nothing that you cannot explain to me. I want to know what happened at the palace that made you to decide coming here to settle as your home.
We were exchanged at birth.
What?
Yes. And as shocking as it may sound, that is the truth. For the gods have confirmed it themselves.
As much as I'm trying to get it, I am still lost. What are you saying?
You are a princess. The princess of Ekeh Kingdom. You are the first daughter of the royal family. You should be giving orders in that land. Yes. I am from this land. Your assumed mother is my real mother. I have come back home. You should be preparing to go back home. You are a princess. And I am not a prince. I have come to make a request and...
And what stupid request is that? Can't you understand the condition for once and act like a prince? And you shameless maiden. Don't you understand you're not needed here? Don't you?
Sorry, Your Majesty.
The prince.
I don't know where you are. And I don't know what I am doing here.
I see the mark of the gods in your life. Then I see the body of a goddess on you. I still don't know why I brought you here. But it will be clear to you someday.
I am just an orphan. A girl who lives alone in a compound. Everyone avoids me. Everyone thinks I'm evil. And also think I am the one who killed my parents.
Then I ask you, did you kill your parents?
I did not. I am not a killer. I don't know why life has decided to be this harsh on me.
The people that came after you look older than you. You are the ageless daughter of the gods. Even after you are married with kids, you will still look like a virgin. One thing is required of you.
You are confusing me.
When you finally discover who you are, do not hesitate to go home. There lies your destiny, not here.
How do I live with this shameful spirit?
Now you know why I had wanted to end my life. I mean, how can I live with this shame?
Both of you must stop thinking the impossible, for you can't take away the life you did not create. Your mission on earth must be accomplished, for the gods know why they allowed these twists.
In the process of trying to sustain the mantle of leadership, I destroyed it. I have lost all that I struggled to keep. The hope is shattered. I'd rather lose it all than allow the son of Iluno, Ekeh, to ascend the throne. The sins of the past are already haunting me, and there seems to be no remedy. What is the essence of applying wisdom in an irreplaceable loss? Let the anger of the gods fall upon me. My prince, do you know the things that kill a man?
Women and death.
You've answered correctly. But poverty kills faster than others.
Father, why are you telling me all this?
You must do everything possible to keep the reputation of this family aglow. Someday, you will become the king of this land. Wealth and authority define a man and attracts friends and respect to him. I repeat, you must do everything possible to sustain the kingship. Never listen to the empty rants of that useless chief priest. These were the exact words of a great king. I will never be alive and fail my father. Your mother shocked me the way I never expected.
I understand, Father. I blame her for what she did. But sincerely, you caused it. It was because of the threat you made.
Can I ask for a favor?
Anything you ask of me.
Permit me to ask a young man with you some questions.
As it pleases you, my father.
Whose son are you?
Well, my father died when I was very young. His name is Ilono Edikete. He once told me that I am from Ekusigo, and that one day I'll have a reason to go back to my roots. Most importantly, he said, according to him, he was the last man of this kingdom to perform the now arrested masquerade of Yana Sonkata.
You just succeeded in telling me your history. I'm not interested in anybody's history, let alone yours.
Well, I'm sorry, Your Majesty. It's just that I have the habit of explaining myself very well when I see the opportunity. My father wasn't allowed to explain himself, and it pained him until he died.
What about your mother?
Her name is Olaocha. She died at Ogwariono.
My princess.
Yes, Your Majesty.
I have a lot of troubles weighing me down already. Why do you want to contribute to it?
I don't understand.
Look for another man. Then I'll be ready to give you my blessings.
There is no other man anywhere. Onyemowa has been sent to me by the gods. Leaving him means leaving my happiness. Father, I must marry Onyemowa, and you must give us your blessings.
Well, since you have refused to listen to me, then you will wait endlessly for my blessings.
Father!
Don't call me father, for you're just as useless as the one you brought.
Your Majesty!
Oh, shut up! What gods? Who told you you can speak before the king of Ekusigo kingdom?
If you go know, me reso, atuwa gomo yo. If you go know, na aya mututu, achula no ni puta. If you go know, na unwa bialite.
The more I try to forget, the more it dawns on me that I cannot forget. Why would you bring such shame to this family? Why?
My princess, I'm sorry. It wasn't my fault. Your father pressurized me to bear him a male child. I knew he would have thrown me out if I had returned with a female. After waiting to conceive for 10 good years.
But stealing someone else's child was not the solution. It didn't help solve anything. It only deepened it.
This is no time for you to apportion blame. It has happened. What I'm thinking right now is how to be at peace with your father.
If I help you with this, would you help convince father to let me marry Onyemowa?
My princess, why are you insisting on marrying a classless man with no roots?
Because I love him. He's my husband. I have seen it in my dreams. You said he has no roots, but he's the son of Ilono Edikete, the custodian of the dreaded masquerade my grandfather banished for desecrating the masquerade cult. I love him, and I must marry him.
Could this be love? Could this be trouble? Now the cloud is changing. cloud is changing.
Wait.
My prince.
Where exactly are you taking me?
To a place where you will find peace and rest.
Well, I am tired and thirsty. So, we should just rest here and probably continue later.
You will surely get peace and rest. But first, you will play a little role for me.
And who are you?
I will tell you my name, but drink first. I brought the water because I knew you will need it. The peace you are looking for, you will get through me.
How and who are you?
I am Ilono, Edochie. I was the one that was banished from Ekusigo for a crime that was fabricated by evildoers. Onyemowa, who the princess saved from the sacrifice of violent blood, is my son.
You are a spirit, right?
Both of you must make sure Onyemowa gets justice. And I will ensure you get the peace and rest you seek. I know you are troubled. And you do not deserve it.
What exactly is the role you want us to play? What role? What role?
My love.
Talk to me.
My love, stop. What role are you talking about?
A man came to me in my dream, claiming to be the father of Onyemowa.
And?
He said we have a role to play to ensure that Onyemowa gets justice.
And what role are we going to play?
That he didn't tell me.
I have to find out the message he was trying to pass across to you. That's strange.
I know you can. Ageless daughter of the gods.
I want to be with my man. Do you have a problem with that? No. Just that, she has become so used to you and I don't want her to start feeling that I came into your life and pushed her away. But eventually that will happen. She's not going to be with me forever.